Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Cal Kimmy here, and I am making today the first rule of my booktok videos. Today's subject is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Titan's Curse. Now, as y'all can see by the bookmark, yeah, I already started the book. Sorry, guys. I did want to start a video, but well, a few things got in the way, so I wasn't to start reading it around the same time as I was recording myself reading it. Anyway, with that out of the way, I am going to start this. What chapter am I on now that I think about it? I should probably tell you what chapter I'm on. Hang on. I am on chapter 10. So, I'm not going to show you the inside of the book. I'm just going to show you my opinions of the book. Besides, even if you look at the inside of the book, all you're going to see is words. No pictures or anything. Anyway, let me get you. Dang, that's gotta hurt. For context clues, I'm at the part where Thalia just jabbed at the monster, and the lion just sent her flying. It said the lion swore and swatted her like a cat toy, sending her flying into the side of a Titan rocket. Her head hit the fiddle, and she slid to the floor. I say I can imagine that, and boy, that's gotta be a splitting headache. Anyway. He really threw his freaking sword like a throwing knife. Now that's what I call acting with no brains. Well, it's not supposed to be delicious. Sorry guys, let me tell you, Percy had just grabbed like, one of those like one of those freeze-dried like pouches, like that you be having food in, kind of looks similar to like space food. He just threw that into the lion's mouth, and now the lion is like coughing up like he got a hairball. And then he was just saying, he was saying how he remembers when he first ate that when he was a kid, and that thing tasted plain nasty. And it's like, it's not supposed to taste good, it's just supposed to have you be well nutritioned. Dang! This Percy has got a throwing on. I gotta say, these hunters, I'm on the fence about. I don't know whether to hate them or like them, like, cause their attitudes are really annoying me, especially towards Percy, because if y'all don't know, if y'all haven't read the book, please do not watch this video and go read the book first, or listen to the audiobook, either one. I'm not on the fence about that kind of stuff, but if y'all haven't read the book, or at least listen to the audiobook of this book, go do that before you watch my video, because you'll be so lost. Because right now, I'm an in the head reader. I don't really read out loud. I mostly be reading to myself, so, but for most book talks I've watched, that's okay too, because most of the time, they do just be reading in silence, while like music is playing in the background. And don't worry, I'll add music later. Yeah, but yeah, most of the time they're reading to themselves, and there's music in the background, and then they tell their opinions about the book. So far, I absolutely love this book. Rereading the Percy Jackson series, I understand why I read it in the first place, because it is so easy to snap back into this world. Like, it's so easy. Like, your brain is immediately being like, oh, so these are the characters, this is the world, this is what I need to follow. And it's really easy. And now that I'm much older, I have a better opinion about these characters, because at first I was always like, oh, I hate this character, or I don't care about this character. Some of my opinions have still not changed. Like Mr. D, I still don't care about that character. I don't care if his wife got left by a hero, and that's why he doesn't really like the so-called chosen ones and all that stuff. I don't care if that happened. Like, listen, yes, I will admit that is terrible for you and your wife. And it is terrible that you're stuck on this stupid campus now because of those same exact hero types. But at the same time, some of these people are freaking kids. They have no control whether they become a hero or not, because there's a stupid, literally a prophecy at the freaking camp. Was like, whether you like it or not, you gotta do this certain thing. And then there's their overweighted, overbearing, freaking Titan parents. Like, listen, the Titan parents may be the worst parents in fiction history. Let's be honest here, because I've seen some horrible fictional parents in TV shows, anime, movies, but let me tell you that I feel like the Titan parents are the worst of them all. Yes, even worse than the Dursleys. Because at least with the Dursleys, the only thing because really, at least with the Dursleys, it was mostly empty threats. Like, the only thing they really did that was that harmful was locking Harry up in the second book. That was the only thing. That was really the only thing harmful. Now, yes, they did also threaten to not feed him, but also, think about this. Not eating in a house where he could probably be able to sneak off when they're gone and get any food he would, versus being abandoned, left alone, left in an orphanage, trying to fend up for yourself, because every orphanage finds something weird happening whenever you're around, because monsters are always hunting you, but they also look like humans in disguise, so many people don't know what the heck is going on, and all they know is that every time when you come to their place, for some reason, this turns into some kind of disaster. Like, can you imagine that? It would be even worse if you always just started down in the street. Like I said, I really feel like the Titan parents are the worst parents imaginable. Like seriously, because some of them don't even acknowledge that their kids are their kids. Like, some of them are in the Hermes cabin, and that's because no God has owned up to the fact that they're their parents. Like, can you imagine those kids? I want to know more about those kids. Too bad we don't really get into that much. We mostly get into the people who have already been who have already, like, who are already part of the cabins where the gods actually admitted that that is their children. But I would really love to get into more of the people whose parents never admitted that that was their children in the first place, because that would be more interesting of like their perspective on life and everything. Like, how would they take this whole God thing? Would they be indifferent? Would they still feel like they need to prove themselves for their godparent to actually admit that that's their child? I just would love to know more about that, but you know, we don't get really that much of that. Anyway, let me focus. I have nothing to say though. You know, another thing I thought about while reading this book. Do you want to know why I'm reading this series? I think y'all already know. So the Percy Jackson series already has a trailer for season 2, and I know this is book 3 and this isn't gonna come to season 3, but I wanted to catch up with the whole entire series before before season 2 even comes out. I want to finish the whole entire series before season 2 even comes out, just so I can give my opinion on everything. Now, I bet you're like, Kadisha, there's no way you're going to remember any of all that stuff that happened in book 2 by the time season 2 comes out if you read the whole entire series. And you're right, I am going to reread season 2, okay? I mean, book 2. Get off my back. But I really want to reread the series because it's been so long. Like, I think the last time I did it was like, what, middle school? No, I'm pretty sure I reread it in high school too. Did I reread it in high school? Hold on, I'm sorry guys. I'm really trying to remember because, listen, here's one thing you have to know about me. I read a lot when I was in school. And it wasn't even just because the teachers would tell us to read certain books. No. I was one of those kids who literally actually would go to the library and check out books instead of just always being there for like a homework assignment. No. I actually read. Now, I bet many of y'all like, whoa, you read? Aren't you just a TV girl? And I would, and I don't blame you people if y'all did think that. I would not blame y'all if y'all did think while you read that you were just a TV girl. Because fair enough. Most of the time, I do be reading up. I mean, I do be watching TV a lot. Like, literally, I'm literally trying to catch up with all the anime that I'm watching. And after this, I probably am going to watch, like, I was reincarnated as the 7th Prince in Toy the Bound Phonical Chord, and I dress up Darling. I gotta catch up with all those little. The one good thing is, at least I don't have to catch up with anything like Miraculous Ladybug. I don't have to worry about that. Or Abbott Elementary. But yeah, I do need to catch up with a lot of anime. But for today is book day. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, I know that I'm probably gonna forget. I'm probably gonna forget stuff that happened in book 2. So before the season actually comes out, I will reread book 2. That way I can remember. Everything. Because let me just tell you right now that I am not slowing down on this book. I am literally on book 10. There probably isn't even that many chapters left. And look, look at this. I'm almost done. I'm literally almost done with book 10. And who knows how long ago that was that I started this book. The thing in me is I am mostly a fast reader. Like, when I get hooked to a book, I get hooked to a book. You would not believe this, but while I was on vacation, I literally was reading one of the Percy Jackson books. Guess what? By the time I came home, I was pretty much done with that book. And the weekend and the trip wasn't even that long. down the book when I was laying down, when I was sitting on the bed during the vacation. Like, I did not put it down. Wow, I'm rambling so much that the video is going longer than I'm actually reading the book. Sorry. Also, so they had killed the lion and grabbed a piece of his fur. Zoe gives it to Percy, and then it turns it into let me read this. A full-length golden brown duster. And let me tell you, when I say that, I immediately imagined what it looked like, but I also was like, so how is it going to look like in the show when they get to season 3? Because that's all I'm thinking. Are they still going to include it? I really hope they do. Because one thing y'all know about a season 1 video of Percy Jackson was I was complaining a lot about the certain things that they had changed from book to show. And at the end I was like, listen guys, I don't hate the Percy Jackson TV series. Is there some things I don't like that they excluded out of? Yes. But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna watch season 2. I think that's how I probably will feel about the Harry Potter TV series. And I'm probably not gonna like a lot of the stuff that they probably are going to change. Because let's be honest, when you make an adaptation, it's